Hi everyone. First of all, I just have to tell you, this candle back here smells so good. It's made by, who is this? Tyler Candle Company. Experience the difference. They're perfumed candles. And I think I got this one in my local Fresh Market grocery store. I think. Or was it like a card shop boutique or a little, like a little boutique shop. I can't remember. But anyway, that's the brand. And the smell that I have just fallen in love with is Abundance. And it is so, they're jar candles. This is a 2-wick, but you don't have to get 2-wick. See how they got the little jar side thingies here and here. And I love it. It smells like a really nice resort or a really high-end hotel or, yeah, not restaurant. Restaurants smell like food. Anyway, you know how we always like to have candles in the background because it gives that homey feeling. Anyway, I love this one, and I just want to tell you guys, if you're ever looking for a great candle that's not your typical candle, it's, like a Yankee or a Bath and Body Works, which are two of my favorites. I can never think of the brand name of them, though. What are those called? I don't know. It just says Bath and Body Works. But I know there's more to it than that. Anyway. Okay, that just shows me something else I need to, do a review on. But anyway, what I'm going to review right now is something I mentioned it on another video that I was going to do, where someone talked about being foundation whores. And I thought that is a nasty sound. That just sounds awful. Just awful. And then I look at how many foundations I have, and I'm like, I am whoring them up, or hoarding them up anyway. I'm a foundation hoarder. I do. I try a lot of foundations. I think all girly girls who enjoy makeup do this. And it's because you're always looking for the perfect one, right? And maybe if you find the perfect one, you're still always interested in trying other ones. It's just fun. It just depends, if somebody understands that it's just fun to play in makeup. It's like artwork. It's not important. It doesn't make you truly beautiful. That's inside the heart. But it does, I think makeup always helps enhance almost anyone. But if you don't want to wear any, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you don't have good, healthy skin, that's fine. It's probably best if you worked on your skin a little, but hey, it's probably a lot more important that you work on your body, and I haven't done that, so I can't say anything. I'm working on, though. I am working on. I got me a kettlebell DVD a long time ago, not recently. And when I get off of here, I'm fixing to go do, I have done a few times, the warm-up. Yes, just the warm-up. Don't laugh at me. She's strong. I mean, it's so hard to keep up with her, even in the warm-up. But I'm going to get past the warm-up today, and I'm going to go to something about buns. I don't know if they're buns of steel or what they are. Anyway, I'm supposed to move to my buns next. And then every other day you do that, and then every other day that you don't do that, you work on abs and arms, which I definitely need on my arms. Oh, y'all, as you get older, you're fat, especially if you're large-chested. It moves in this front to below them and your upper arm. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's as big as some girl's little thigh. Blah. Anyway, so you do got to work on it just because you don't want to become diabetic. That's a very tough thing to deal with, and I don't want it. So anyway, we're going to work on it. All right. 2 foundations. Okay, first of all, let me say, I have so many foundations here. I hope I have time to get through them all. One of my favorite ones right now I saw with Amelia Liani. Is that how you say it? I absolutely adore her channel. She's funny. She's quick to the product. She doesn't throw in a whole lot of stories. She gets to the point quick, and therefore, I realized that I should too. This is a foundation that she did a very high review on, and because she did, I tried it, and I absolutely love it. It's Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And I think she also does a silk cream foundation. I don't know if that's the same thing. But this is, just so you know, it's a pump, which I like pumps the best. because I pump it right onto the brush. I very rarely use my fingers, but I'm going to show you some that I do. This smells so good, it's worth putting on your face just because it smells so good. But it is a perfect medium. It is not too light and it's not too heavy. It's a medium coverage. It is a great everyday. It definitely, like as you get older, you get face spots and splotches, especially back here and here. That's where you get it. It's back through here. Sometimes you will get it under the outer part of the eye, but for the most part, okay, for those of you that didn't see my other video, I was trying on Sally Hansen. Oh wait, let me just show you. Miracle Gel. There is the random rabbit, the bunny trail. Okay, this, and you'll see this in my other video, and that is something that I already reviewed. But I tried on some different colors, so you will see that I have one hand of clear nails and one of experimental nails. So anyway, back to this. So this is one that I am enjoying the most. I love the smell. I love the finish. I love the application of it. It's wonderful. Now, speaking of application, I have to tell you, I have tried different, you know, the typical paddle cream and liquid foundation brush, and sometimes I will even change it up and do like a duo fiber like this. That's a duo fiber, and sometimes I'll do that. Sometimes I'll do the paddle brush, but the one I always land on that I love and I feel like it gives me the most control is the Sigma Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki F80. In other words, it's an F80 Sigma. And even though this is not in my typical extravaganza line, I don't know if you've seen my brush video, but I ordered some of the extravaganza line at Sigma, and this is 18 karat gold. I didn't order the whole thing. It's very, very expensive, obviously. But the ones that I really thought, well, I'll use that one, I ordered those. This is not a part of that. This is just a regular silver finish, but I love this. They didn't offer that in the gold. I love this so much. I don't care. This is just a good, you can pat it on like that, or you can, I paint it this way straight down, and then I start swirling it in. That's really the most way that I do it. Or swirl it in all over. Just wonderful brush. Absolutely in love with this brush. If I do cream or liquid, this is the brush I typically use. So let's go through some, and then we'll talk about what do you do afterwards. It's a lot, so I'm going to go through them very, very, very quickly. All right, this one that I absolutely love, and I am wearing today. I don't know if you can tell, it's a very nice finish. Kind of a little shiny, but especially if you have dry skin and you're older, that can look really pretty. And this is the Chanel CC Cream. CC means correction cream, and this is Correction Complete, and it's written then again in Francais. But it is an SPF 30, and can I tell you something? I used this when I was on vacation. I think I've talked to you about this in another video. And I was absolutely shocked because I was just sitting there talking to my husband by the pool, talking. We were going to go for a walk on the beach. We only had a few minutes. It turned into about 20, 25 minutes that we were sitting there. And I looked down at my shoulder. I was like, God, I can even tell I'm already red on my shoulder, my poor face. Got inside, nothing. This SPF 30 works. And that is so important to keep you from splotching any further or getting worse wrinkles. And certainly to prevent skin cancer, because we know that ultimately the sun can do that. So this is an awesome cream. I absolutely love it. I got it in the color 20 Beige. The next one, excuse me, this is another old favorite. This is Estee Lauder's Double Wear. It's Stay in Place makeup. And I have to tell you, this is just a beautiful presentation as far as the packaging. Love Estee Lauder. I don't think anybody outdoes her packaging. It's always this beautiful translucent glass and then brass gold, and it is just so pretty, and she does it on all her stuff. Just very elegant. And this is an all-day heavy coverage. Now people say I don't want heavy. There's times you need that, especially if you're going out in the evening, if you're going to be sweating, or if you really want to put a very light dose of this on you at the beginning of the day. It will last you all day long. And I got this in color number 66, Cool Bone. It says 1C1. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it may be the cool range that it's in. But I absolutely love this too. It is heavy. Here's another heavy one. I don't have these in any particular order, but if you need a heavy coverage, this is in color Rose Ivory, and it's Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. And it is, again, a much heavier coverage, much like the Double Wear. Both of these are almost just like the Giorgio Armani. This is a little bit lighter, which is why I like it. Unless I need really a lot of coverage, like I've got blemishes to color or my age spots are just really standing out or whatever, then I'll use one of these two because they are very good, heavy, buildable coverages. You can just use a little bit and it's not so heavy. It's all an application, ladies. It's all an application. Let's see if there's some more. I'm trying to keep some of them alike. Here's the Makeup Forever Professional Matte Velvet Plus, and I got this in color, I don't know. It doesn't. Sorry, it's not on the package. I can't tell you. Makeup Forever. You need to get it on the package, baby. Alright. This is another heavy coverage. I like it okay. Not crazy about it. This, I'm in love with. This is L'Oreal's Drugstore. L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation Opti Blur Technology. And this has an SPF 18, and I got it in the color 202 Classic Ivory. And you guys, I put this on with my fingers now. I just put a little bit on my middle finger, then I blot it, and I blot it to the other two fingers, and I sit there and do like this, and get it on real good, and I come straight down into the pores, right here where I have the most pores to cover, then the nose, and then I go out from there and up here. And it really, truly does blur the pores. I'm sure there is some silicone in here. I haven't looked it up. If that's important to you, you should always look it up. But I've got to tell you, this is now one of my new favorites. It's easy to get at drugstores. It's not so expensive. And it definitely does the job. Again, that's in Classic Ivory number 202. Another drugstore one. This is Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup. And I don't see the color on this one. It's probably there. But this is a classic. A lot of people use this and love it. It's easy to apply. Even though it's got an applicator, after I put it on, I always do stripes straight down. And then I swirl it back inward. Same thing up and down. And then I would take from that, probably not this one because this is really to buff in some heavier makeup, but I might use this, the dual. This is a small dual, as you can see. That's not my large one. I swirl it in just to make sure that I don't have any lines or anything. So this is a good one. A lot of people have tried that before. Here, I'm not sure why I have two of these. I don't know if I just forgot or it was on sale, but this is Chanel's Perfect Lumiere Velvet. Now, why do I have this? And it has SPF 15. The reason that I have this one is because I originally got this one, and I loved it. This is the Vitaluminaire Aqua, and I think I got this in number Beige Rose 12. It's more liquidy. It's much more sheer than a lot of the ones that I've shown you so far. It's an ultra light skin perfecting sunscreen makeup. And I heard about this one, which was a smooth effect or a mattifying type makeup, and it is a Spectrum 15 sunscreen. So all of these Chanel's have a high SPF. Of course, the CC was the highest, but these have 15s, and it just depends. Do you want something lighter or something a little more matte finish, the velvet? And I absolutely love both of these. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. They are small for the money, but you shake them up real good, just put a little bit on, and this is, again, one that I would use this brush for. I would literally, and rather than put it on the back of your hand and then do that, you lose a lot on your hand when you do that. Just do a little squirt right directly on it, and then just start working it, both sides. And once you've got some on both sides and your brush is almost clear of it, then start rubbing it in all over the place, and it'll smear out real good. This is another drugstore one. This is L'Oreal Youth Code BB Cream, SPF 15. Wasn't quite as impressed with that. It's okay. I wouldn't write home about it. This is CoverGirl Olay Tone Rehab in Classic Ivory 110. I saw Elle Fowler wearing this, and her face looks so amazing. And I did not get that same effect. I'm going to try this again. So I'm going to give this one another chance. Could have been her powder that also gave her the finish that she had. I love Givenchy's illuminating pen so much for my under eyes. I decided to try their foundation. This is the Fluid Foundation with sunscreen, SPF 20. This is 100% natural complexion, zero flaws, fluid foundation in color 105 Perfect Ginger. Now, why I chose that color, I don't know. But anyway, it's okay. It doesn't smell as good. I thought it would be comparable to this, the Giorgio Armani. It doesn't smell quite as good, and that does matter to me, but it's prettier. Look at the opulescent Givenchy little emblem. And it is a pump. It's one of those photo ready, meaning you won't get flash from this. And I do like it. I'd put it in there with the category of one of my favorites. Here's another CC cream. I know, it's sad. This is from IT Cosmetics. It's an SPF 50. And it looks like a tube, but when you take the lid off, it's a pump. And I like that. I like the pumps better because you can pump it right on. This is in light. It's not complicated with the tones. Of course, it's a CC cream. It's just corrective mostly. And it's a very sheer foundation, but I do like it. This is a Rimmel Stay Matte in color Ivory. You can get this at the grocery store. It's average. Alright, I got a couple more, and then I'm going to go into powder foundations. This I got, I think it was in my Ipsy bag a couple of months ago, and this is Yabi, and it is a natural finish liquid foundation. I can't see the color. It's oil-free. Buff. It's in buff. This is okay. I want to give it another chance. So, still waiting on this one. It's okay. Alright, one of the things that got me into wearing foundation more than liquid was MAC, and that was the Studio Fix. This powder is full coverage, and it is not as heavy as a liquid or cream. You put it on. I always put this on with a Sigma large powder brush F30. See the difference? Let me show you the difference. That's a flat kabuki for cream and liquid, and this is a powder brush. And when you put it on, you can swirl it around in here, and then I always start with this lower area, and then I start buffing into the nose. Matter of fact, I am so shiny right now that I'm going to add a little of this to my look. And see how it kind of canceled that? Of course, I don't have any blush on now because I just went over it. But this is a great mattifying, looks like a full coverage. Look how I look like I have nothing but foundation on now. It's a very full coverage foundation, I have to tell you. Love it, my favorite. In trying to dupe it, I looked into IT Cosmetics. This is another Celebration foundation in light medium. Very, very similar in packaging, and it comes with this little, sponge below. But it's a powder. Looks just like a MAC. Almost identical. Look at that. Think they're trying to do that? I don't know. I wasn't as impressed, and I love IT Cosmetics, so I'm going to give it another chance. I'm going to give IT Cosmetics another chance, but I still find this to be my favorite powder foundation. Now, if you've already put on a CC cream or a light or heavy foundation, if it's light, you can do more. If it's heavy, you can do less. You still end it with a powder finish. Why? because it will help set it. And so what we will do, you can take the babies. My husband's walking in and they won't go with it. There they go. Okay, that's good. But anyway, this is a setting powder. This is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in color light medium. And if you have kind of this kind of almost wet, shiny look after you're through putting on a liquid or cream foundation, you slightly dust this on, and I would use a lighter brush. Some people, that's what they would use a duo fiber brush for. So that's a good idea. And some people will use that and this, and that will be their foundation. They like it that light. So that's an option for you if you don't like liquids and creams or heavy powder. That's a light powder. Other people use, this is a brush from It Cosmetics, which y'all seen before. It's got 1,000,000 brushes in there. I believe it. It is the softest brush I have ever used, including my bunny brushes from Sigma. And somewhere else I got a bunny brush that was just so soft. But anyway, it's super duper fine and so many. And it's good to use. I use it with the powder that they want you to use it with, which is Bye Bye Pores. It's actually called that. And it is a micro powder, meaning it's very highly milled. It's a translucent powder. And again, you dust it on your face after you've done a liquid foundation. And it just kind of, these pores especially right on either side of your nose and on top of your nose. Some people, it's also really bad right here. You top it on and then swirl it. It just helps those pores disappear because it's so highly milled, frankly. It gets in them. And when you fill in a hole, like a pothole in the road, it makes it nice and smooth again. So you need to be sure and wash your face when you use something like this at the end of the day. But it works great. I absolutely love that product. Sometimes, though, I'll use a Charlotte Tilbury product, which is, again, a very highly milled. This one's called Airbrush Flawless Finish, and number 1 Fair. Hold on, I must have spilled something on it. I don't know what that is. But yeah, Airbrush, I can't talk. Airbrush Flawless Finish. And it's a skin perfecting micro powder. And again, all it is a very, very highly milled powder. And what that means is it's so fine a powder, it literally sits down in those pores and blocks the whole look, and it makes it look super smoothie again. My skin feels so soft right now from using all these powders. Anyway, there's hers. I'm hitting pan on hers. And you can see also this powder works really good for that. I mean, this brush looks very good for this powder, and I do use it. I love Charlotte Tilbury. She's hard to get. I have to order it online because it's a UK brand, and I have to get it overseas. So it doesn't take that long. It usually takes, 3 or 4 days, 5 days. And I do love the Charlotte Tilbury brand. And for people who love rose gold packaging, because we know that packaging matters. We like packaging in the beauty world. This is really a pretty rose gold. And I don't know if you can see that it's rose gold, but and it's very classy packaging. So I think that's it. The only other thing I was going to cover before I let you go is I tried a new mascara today, and I just don't get it. I love L'Oreal. I love voluminous products. This is the Miss Manga, and I've got it on. The coverage as far as it's very, it really makes your lashes be out there. I love the look of the brush, but look how bad it bends. See how when you try to use it, you get it right at the base, and you can never get to the tips because it bounces off before you can get to the tips. That's a big, big flaw because I like the coverage. I like the formula. I like the brush itself. I hate the wand because it's too flexible. L'Oreal fixed this because this is a great product, and I would hate to see it not go where it needs to go because it's overly flexible. Like you can't even get to the end of your lash before it goes boing. I'm not kidding. It goes boing. Watch. Boing. Did you see that? Look. Boing. How are you supposed to finish the lash? So it actually ends up looking gloopy. because you get too much at the base and you can't come through all the way to the end. And I know this isn't a comb. Like I said, I like the brush itself. I like the shape of it. If I could ever get it to finish coming through, and it doesn't. So anyway, that's my latest reviews of everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you again soon. Comment below on what is your favorite foundation at the moment, or what is your favorite of all time, and what kind of brush do you apply it with. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.